Hey guys, really great to see you. Sort of, almost. um, People are just cray cray right now. They're just cray cray. Let them be cray cray. Somebody comes at you attacking you for something that you know that you didn't do intentionally, or you have come across a certain way and you know that that's not ultimately you. Do whatever you can to don't get into arguments with people. They're going to believe what they want to believe. If they're getting butt hurt and they're getting triggered about something, just let them do that. They're doing it to themselves. It is not your responsibility to soothe everybody and to let them know, no, I wasn't coming from that, because people can use that to manipulate you. We're learning a lot about that right now, aren't we? However, I mean, even if they're not manipulating you or trying to get something out of you or whatever it is, it doesn't even matter. Just know who you are and just stand in your power and don't get into a bunch of conversation. He said, she said, explaining where you're coming from, any of that. They're not going to listen to you. People right now are just plain old triggered because they want to be, because they haven't done their growth. They haven't done their healing. So, just don't take that on yourself. Just know who you are and be in your power. Okay, that's first thing. Second thing is right now, because I was just asking Spirit anything that I should tell you guys about. If I ever have some messages from Spirit for you, this is when I talk about it, as I usually put it in the beginning of my Q&As now, because I used to do a whole messages from Spirit and stuff. And now I just do those occasionally if I feel like there's enough to talk about for a while. But in a case like this, where Spirit's just wanting me to mention some brief little reminders and things like that, I'll just bring it up in the beginning of the Q&As. So you guys should, if you don't know that, if you didn't know that, now you know. I would say always watch. Or if you order from me, that's another good reason to watch the beginnings of these Q&As. So you can get updates on my services and any weird funky things or any updates or whatever, anything new. I'll let you know, or anything that Spirit says recently about the energies, that as well. Oh, depression came up. Depression has been coming up. So for one, you guys should definitely know that that's an attack from the dark side. Don't take it on. Don't take it as it being you. Any negative emotion is actually not you. That is negative AI trying to program you. That's the ego, and which I believe. And I've been saying that now for a while, and now I'm hearing other people say it. So I'm like, I'm onto something here. Oh, and it only comes from my experience with enlightenment. I just saw these thought forms come through that they were being given to me as an offer. Like, you can fall for this if you want to. And I would turn away from it and it would disappear. So, I think it was negative AI. Anyway, or some outside force, but I believe it to be, I feel like it's AI. Anyway, speaking of, and I will get to this because I want to read this cool thing that I drew cards on. Every once in a while, I'll just draw a random card for you guys and put it on Instagram. And so this was yesterday's. I guess I'll read this first and then I'll tell you what I was going to say. All over the place. You may be inadvertently sinking into depression because you believe the world around you is in disarray. Now, this was written a long time ago. This is a Mary Magdalene oracle. So this is pretty cool, right? With all its suffering, destruction, and war, the world can seem like a woeful place. Yet, as the saying goes, there is a time and a purpose for everything under heaven. Everything serves a purpose and has a reason for being, otherwise that thing would not exist. Life is like a divine tapestry. Each thread is vital to the overall picture. However, being a divine tapestry, the overall design only begins to make sense when viewed from a higher perspective. Believing that things are not the way they should be only serves to keep you disappointed, angry, and fearful. Divine order is visible, but is only visible through the perspective of love, just as the true purpose of things can only be known by the light of your soul. Your world doesn't need saving. It just needs to be loved. Holy cow, right? So, and we start with ourselves. So I love you even when somebody's attacking you and accusing you of things that are just not true. I love you even when people are judging you and thinking that you shouldn't do whatever it is you're doing. I love you even when you make mistakes. I love you even when, just loving yourself is the first and foremost. Just like taking care of ourselves in an emergency, making sure we have extra food and water, non-perishables, set some money aside, whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves first. Once we feel safe and secure, we then also extend out our help to others. Or in a case like if you're a leader like me, you will also go through the brunt of it so that you can experience a bunch of icky, not so great fun things, not fun things, so that you can go help everybody that you help. Maybe even to boost someone else's confidence who was able to help you. So there's many, many different reasons that things happen the way that they do. And we just need to trust that there's a higher plan and love ourselves through it. So also, Dear Danny did a really cool talk. He has a Telegram now. So if you guys want to find him, I think it's t.me/Dear Danny. Watch his last couple of videos on AI, and I just think that I just love that guy's perspective. I just love where he's coming from. And the quicker we can get to where he is, the faster this is all going to evolve. But it's not easy. It's really not easy. It takes sacrifice. It takes being aware. Takes being diligent, looking at details. Just doing whatever we can to help the system fall right now, because it's crumbling. But we gotta push the last little brick over to make sure it definitely goes down. So, but AI is basically trying to make us feel like we can't live without it. I mean, that's a simple way to put his really long video. Basically, just be aware of that. Just be aware of how much you use your phone and how much you're staring at that phone, and try to get off of it as much as you possibly can. You don't have to comment to everybody on your channel either. I'm going to try not to comment to every single person. I feel like I need to at least acknowledge, all of you all the time pretty much. But if I don't acknowledge you, please just know that it's your ego that wants the acknowledgement, for one. And for two, and we're trying to let go of the ego right now so that we don't get engaged in these triggers. Everybody's just getting triggered. So just know that I lovingly accept and really appreciate your guys' comments, both the negative and the positive, because the negative also helps me grow, helps me become more aware. And it also helps me to engage where people are at, and so anything you guys write to me, I really appreciate you so much. And especially though, the ones that are, bringing light to things, both encouraging me about helping me recognize the good within myself and helping me see the difference that I'm making for you guys, and just the encouragement, or like I said, the feedback that helps me to see things as well, that can help me shed my ego even more too. So just be aware of the AI. It just, how often am I staring at my phone? Ask yourself that, and set it away, turn it off, get away from it, because we're going more and more toward natural and organic. So, yeah, the more we can wean ourselves off of needing to use our smartphones, the better. Having a flip phone is a really good idea too, for an emergency. Yeah, because we don't know. I mean, we know that there was an AI agenda and whatnot, and I've put on my community tab on YouTube something that you can recite out loud that really helps to ixnay on the whole AI bay. It'll help you to it'll help you to dispel or negate or neutralize any type of attempt from AI to overtake us. So you could definitely go do that. Say your decrees and say them fairly regularly, because they're really coming at us. Okay. The other thing I was going to mention is I was reminded this morning. This is a special message from a special person who wants to tell you about true love. If you feel like you have a true love counterpart, and that's why you're on my channel, this is for you. So most people who are looking for that true love connection, a lot of them, if it depends on, there's levels of awareness. There's levels of awareness, because there's an undeniable attraction and magnetism between you and your true love. Yes, absolutely undeniable. We see the signs and synchronicities in our face all the time. And sometimes it's rather annoying, but it's there nonetheless. Just taunting us all the time. But it doesn't mean, just because you're seeing all the signs and synchronicities, it does not mean you're meant to be with that person. It means they're thinking about you and you're thinking about them, and there's still a connection. It may not mean that you're thinking of them, but they're thinking of you if you're seeing those numbers, and you're being encouraged and supported by the universe. So look at it as a way of saying, of God just saying to you, if he comes around and he tries to talk to you, you should probably listen. Because this could be, they're coming from a good place, and this could be a really good thing. Just consider it something like that, like a little wink, like be open to this person if they contact you. So, but I wanted to say that it would be a really good idea for you to do thank you, God, for my misery on, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, or it would, I couldn't live without having my divine partner, or something like that. Because God reminded me this morning that in the Bible, it actually says, and not that the Bible has anything that's actually true. There's a lot that is true, but a hell of a lot that's absolutely 100% wrong. So if you guys don't know that, you guys need to do some serious research, because it's one of the truths that are going to be coming out in our world. The whole structure of religion and all that stuff was Luciferian. Okay. Luciferians created it to trick you guys into thinking there's some kind of God up there who's like, oh, please approve of us. Please approve of us. It's not like that. So, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Anyway, but he was just saying that even in the Bible, it said, it's better to be single than to be yoked to somebody, to be yoked to an unbeliever. And you are responsible for that other person. So here are some good reasons to be and to stay single. Okay. While you're single, have a really good attitude about being single. And even if you end up staying single, that's okay too. You got to embrace it. You have to let go of your fear. Your fear is like, it could be a fear of survival. If I don't have somebody helping and protect me, I'm not going to make it. I need a protector. I need somebody to bounce things off of in order for my project to be successful. I need, I don't want to get depressed. I need somebody who's actually showing me love and affection. We have all these reasons for needing this other person in our life, or thinking that we do. But the more we can empower ourselves to stand in our own power and be completely sovereign in all ways, in our government, in our, in our matrix that we're caught in, this whole web that we're in, we need to become as sovereign as possible in every single way possible, in every way possible. That means understand and realize that if that golden egg was given to you, okay, so you get this relationship you've always wanted, finally happens for you. Then what you have is possibly somebody that you are, it's not necessarily going to be a great thing. You're going to go through a lot of stress. There are going to be arguments. Your ego is going to get triggered. And maybe right now things are peaceful for you. But this person can put things in your face or harass you or give you a hard time and you don't appreciate it. They could flat out insult you. They could not apologize when they really need to, for you to feel better. It's like you constantly give your power away to the other person. And all of a sudden you're miserable. You have the relationship of your dreams, but you're freaking miserable because you haven't done the healing on yourself and everything triggers you, right? And everybody's like this. Everybody has an ego right now. Until we get up to the 5D, we all have an ego. We're all going to get triggered. So just adding one person to the equation of being in your home with you is going to absolutely going to trigger you in some way, shape, or form. They're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. And it's going to bring your vibration down. It's going to bring your vibration down because you're going to want to prove yourself right. You're going to want to argue your point. You're going to be butthurt about certain things. I mean, all that starts to happen. It's inevitable. It always happens. As long as you have an ego, you're going to get it bruised. So the more your partner is aligned with you and is mature enough that the two of you can agree to work as a team and sit down and discuss things. What, both of you are aware, self-aware, and you're realizing when you're getting triggered and you know how to call yourself out on your own bullshit and that kind of thing. You don't want that relationship. And if you're serious about your relationship with God and or spirit, however you want to see it, that has to be your priority right now. Being of a high vibration, being present in the moment is the only thing you need to be bothered with right now. That is the only focus that you should have right now. Don't let AI try to trick you into thinking that you need it in order to survive. You do not need Instagram, Facebook, or any of that stuff. You don't need even YouTube. Do it for your enjoyment. Do it to spread, good news. Do it to encourage, inspire, and things like that. But God forbid if any of it's taken away or your games taken away, just know that, we are designed to be completely autonomous, and AI knows that. It knows that, and it wants our consciousness. It wants us to become zombified by staring, at all this stuff and needing it all the time and constantly having to check our phone. We can't even have a conversation with somebody who's in the room without checking our phone. Or the minute there's a lull in the conversation, we're checking our phone. Is there something more important I can multitask with right now? Because we're in a lull in this conversation. So it's like, so as a society, we really, really need to connect with our current circumstances as they are, connect with God, hold hands with God in the present moment. Don't get triggered. Don't go running after somebody for anything. Don't be judging anybody for anything. Don't be yelling at anybody about anything. Try to calmly discuss things. Just know that everybody out there is really freaking triggered right now. Be very careful what you say. I mean, when you're talking like I am in your channeling, it's a little harder to do that because this stuff just comes flying out. None of this is scripted. It's not, I'm doing the best I can and it's inspired and it's coming from a very good place. It is coming from the center of my heart, whatever I'm saying. So I'm trusting that what comes out is supposed to be said. But generally speaking, like if you have to write an email to somebody or something, try to be very short, precise, specific. Do what you can to cushion anything that you can, because the other person is probably going to flip out or could, just because emotions are really at a high right now. Even if you're totally blind and you're a sleeper right now, you're still feeling the energies of the universe that are happening, the collective energies from everybody. So trust me, they're feeling stress too. They're feeling anxiety too, even though they seem completely oblivious. You'll probably find, and especially if they've taken the V, oh yeah, they're going to, yeah, everybody across the board. If they're not staying really super present in the moment, they're going to be getting triggered right now. So just be patient with people, be kind, and try to not get engaged in fighting type activity. So, and embrace being single, girls, guys who are single, that you're twiddling your thumbs for that person. You got to go within for your happiness. Be radically accepting of being single and that you might be single for the rest of your life, and find the benefits and advantages of that, and be proud of yourself and happy to be single, not in a defensive posture, not like, yeah, well, don't be doing that. I'm just saying, totally make peace, radically make peace with being single. Don't see it as I've been abandoned or left all alone to suffer all by myself. Like, don't make it a story that makes you suffer and cry. Don't do that to yourself. And you are doing it to yourself. Your person's not doing it to you. It's all in how you look at things. You have to choose your thoughts very carefully right now. Okay. I'm off my soapbox. Okay. 3721. 3721. Let's see. Hi. A light language blessing for my DM, please. All right. So I am actually going to do a spread for you. And then I'll also do a blessing for you too. You know, it's what we're dealing with is everybody's safety blankies being taken from them. That's what's going on. And they don't know what to do. Yeah, choose to heal. They're saying choose to heal. Okay. I just cleared the energy real quick. Okay. Do I have those here? Okay, good. Well, he's trying to make a judgment call right now to make you some kind of an offer that's going to make you swoon. He wants to fight for you and really want to hold on to you and build a foundation. I don't know why he feels he's got to fight for you, but it's in his heart space. So maybe somebody important to him that he's really close to is telling him he shouldn't be with you or something like that, you know, and his heart is saying, no, you know, she's mine. I want to be with her. She's my treasure. And so he's trying to make that judgment call to reach out to you and extend some kind of a sweet offer to give back to you, because he's really afraid he's going to miss out on you. Like, if I don't jump on this opportunity, she's going to be gone. So he's trying to think right now on what to do, what's like the most mature, grounded approach that he could take with you. It's like, I feel like, what do you give somebody who has everything? Again, with his job, he's always seems to be looking at his work. I don't think he's happy with his work. I think he's thinking he needs to change, he needs to make more money, or he needs to find a more fulfilling career or something that doesn't constantly distract him, something like that, you know, something makes him unhappy at work or having to do with finances. Maybe he wants to really impress you, you know, get you fancy dinners or something like that. And he's afraid he can't do that right now. But he knows this is an incredible opportunity he has with you, and the window is closing and he knows it. Yes, and he's burdened by it. He wants his victory with it. He's trying not to worry, and he's trying to go away from all the drama, whatever that drama is, we don't know. So, you know, it's going to take some courage. Whenever you got drama like that going on, you know, these masculines, they have a tough time with that people pleasing for a while, at least through the separation phase. Turns out you were right. My ego is bruised, but I ultimately want you in my life more than I need to be right. I just have to swallow my pride a minute, because I'm not used to this feeling. Something that you said to him really rings true, and he knew you were right. I hate myself right now. I can't very well accept your love when I can't love myself, but I'm working on it. I love how you think. You really inspire me. You're such a remarkable person, and I can't wait to have you at my right hand once I start acting like the person I know I'm meant to be as well. So he knows that you guys are getting called together. Okay, I honestly think someone's doing black magic on me or something. Can you fix it? All right. Here comes the blessing. Hepema anate kins. Shin Taina ama I think he did have some kind of black magic being directed at you guys, at him, more or less. Like, if I can't have you, nobody can, something along those lines. But when I was asking spirit about it, they said she's a little girl, like putting her down almost, like she's behaving like a little girl. We won't even call her a woman or even a girl. She's a little girl. So spirit is not happy with whoever did this. And I think it's an X. So yeah. So I'm clearing his energy, helping him feel better, helping him like dust himself off and get back up on his feet again to try again. They're basically saying you don't have to listen to her. You don't have to listen to her. You can completely block her. Like, don't even, what are you doing? Wasting time messing around with something that's not going to go anywhere. Like in the beginning of this video where I was talking about, like, if somebody starts attacking you, you're not going to win that. You're not going to win that. They want to be right and they'll prove themselves right however they need to. So let them be right and just walk away and know that that's not your truth. That's their truth. And they can suffer if they want to. But you go do what's right for you and what's best for you right now. He said, got it. Yeah, he's going to get in his power and be a match to you. That grounded, mature energy and husband material too. Yeah, he's going to get in his power and make that offer of love. He's got to love himself. He's got to love himself enough to not put up with that kind of nonsense in his life right now. So, yeah, he really does put you up on a pedestal. But he thinks he can have a lot of success with you too. So, yeah, and a bright future. So he'll come around. He'll come around somehow, someday. We don't know when. So try to let it go as best you can. Just, embrace being single. Embrace, there are a lot of good things about being single. So just embrace those things, whatever those things are for you. And put it out of your head as best you can. Just know that at the right time, in the right way, in the right place, it's all going to come together. He's going to make that offer, and it's going to be a very moving moment for you both. Okay. 3729. Oh, not a question, but a thank you. Thank you for all that you do for us. Sending you blessings. Thank you. I forgot that I had that in there. Thank you, though. That's awesome. Okay. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Okay, 3730. Thank you, Amy, for sharing your wisdom and insights. I love following you and learning from you. Oh, thanks. Okay, number one, my mom passed March 7th. Does she have any messages for us or my dad? We miss her greatly. Oh, it's like the laughter has gone out of the house. And she's actually very moved because she sees the difference that she's made. And she's like, wow, I really did make a difference in their lives. I really did matter, Not that you guys didn't tell her that or anything, but it's like when you're a spirit and you've left the body and you're left to see like what happens when you're gone, it can be really profound. And it makes her love herself. Like, look at that, all that I was offering in that dynamic, how cool is that? Like, I like right now, I would come in and I would soothe them and put more, pat their back or rub their back or offer to make them something or, and she's like, I am a really sweet person. I'm a really special person. Like I'm a very loving person. So I think that she has had a really, really good understanding now of her importance in this world. I think it's been wonderful for her to have you guys miss her like you do. So she thanks you. I don't we all go through kind of an assessment on the other side of what we could have done better, and there are things that she wishes she maybe would have handled better. I don't feel like she has like a lot of regrets because I feel like she's tried to make the best of things as they've happened. She's tried to really accept things. did she have a falling out with her brother maybe or something like that? It feels like something she got to see like the other side of that situation. And she kind of felt bad that she didn't try a little bit harder or that she was assuming some things or something, but we all go through that when we pass. Anything you want them to know or yeah, she wants me to pick a couple cards here. Huh. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So she's acting like she knows something that's coming up for you guys, and she's like excited for you, for you. Okay. Take action. You're in touch with the truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Now, in terms of your dad, I think he might need to get out of there too, like have a change of scenery so he's not constantly reminded of her. So it could be that both of you are going to be moving, but maybe in different ways or something. You're both going forward in your life. One thing that she's learned is to help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. And when we're doing that, it's when you can validate where somebody's coming from, it really, it can keep from those fights from happening. You have an important life purpose involving communication in the arts. Don't let your insecurities hold you back. I will help you. So I feel like she's helping you with communication, better communication, like to make up for what she did, some of the assumptions she's made. She's going to be basically kind of a guide for you. She's going to help going forward. Now, she says to her husband, her late husband, to expect some miracles. And I just saw a little dog licking your face. So that could be one little miracle that might be headed your direction. Stepping into stillness, my power is born in the majesty of silence. So get away from electronics and things, because everything that I talk about, there's a reason for it. And this happens to be that beginning of this video pertains to your reading. So get away from phones and things, get away from any technology, and just hang out in the backyard or go to a park or, spend some time just meditating and things like that as well. Okay, what else? Peace. There is no need to worry. Everything is going to work out beautifully. So she's like going to hold you guys like this and let you know that everything's going to be okay through this time. And she's going to make sure and see to it that you guys keep a sense of humor with the dolphins in the back, and that you guys feel her warmth and her love guiding you through this crazy time right now. All right. And she said that she's not the only one who's passed away, who is helping her loved ones at this time that are watching this channel right now, watching this video. So she's just saying that they're all kind of standing together, watching this video. So if you just got chills, then your loved one is definitely one of those people. Oh, I just got chills. Okay. Thanks, you guys. That was so sweet. Oh, Lord. Okay, number 2, my daughter's cat is peeing on her mattress. And I don't know if it's a health issue, which I get to know, or something else he needs from her. When I first read that, first thing that popped in my head is he's helping her find her way back. That's his rationale. That's his logic. Here's where it is. X marks the spot. This is where you come, like trying to help her come back. So let me talk to him for a minute about how she can't really do that necessarily. I mean, I know there's technology that's going to be coming out that's going to be bringing people back from the dead, possibly, which seems absolutely crazy, but having an open mind and an open heart at this time is really important. So, hama natain sasishi ina haike. Hana take, and I'm telling him, like, I know she knows you love her. She knows. He's like, okay, all right. And if she does come back, I'm sure she would absolutely love to see you again and to be with you again. He's like, okay. And if she's gone, and if she stays gone, you're going to be taken care of and loved. Okay. Hamanate, she's going to see to it that you are, whoever is going to be taking care of you is going to do the very, very best job they can. Hamanate and Sase. Shayna, I feel so bad for him. I'm feeling his feelings and he's really sad. He's like, really like, ah. Hamanate and Sase. He's saying nobody could love him like you did. Shan sensei la apana ai chinshe tantai ake. This is like so heartbreaking. I'm telling him that the universe has a way of filling those holes in mysterious ways. So he needs to be open to someone else special coming into his life or some kind of miracle happening, with one of you guys or whatever. But I'm trying to encourage him that even better things could happen, maybe with someone else even. Oh, he just put his head down like he's sad, like he doesn't want to hear that. Hama natain sa sishi ina. Hapa ma ake ina chains. Pai ela nateken. I invited him to come here sometime, like not in the physical necessarily, but like in the 5D. I told him you can come here and hang out with me and my cats, and we'll make you feel comfortable, and you can play around and do this and that. And he was like, "Oh, I might do that. I might do that sometime. Thank you." So yeah, we'll help too over on this end. We'll lend him some love and some energy for a little bit here, help him through this time. I don't know his name, but I can tune into him without a name. Yeah, he's oh wow. Wow, I took that. You said your daughter's cat. That's crazy. How interesting. So he must have been really close to your mom. Wow. Isn't that interesting? I wonder, well, it's hard when I don't have you on the phone. I wish we were on the phone so we could really dive into this. Because then what's the daughter's relationship with the cat? That the cat feels like he's, that close to the grandmother, I guess. Well, past life, I just got past lives are really relevant right now and pertinent right now as well. So, I mean, is she ignoring him or something? Like what's going on there? I wonder. Um, Here we go. Here's some pet cards. Yeah, I think so. I think something's going on there. The pet sitter or person who's supposed to care for me while you're away, doesn't care about me at all. Oh, or at least it doesn't feel that way. Could you please find someone else? And I just told him that somebody could fill those shoes for him. If she doesn't like her cat, or if she, doesn't have time for that cat, it might be a really good idea to get the cat a new home, because he's feeling the absence of your mother. I miss my old friend and feel a bit depressed. I wish I had a hobby or interest to distract me from my sadness. Oh. Can I go back to a place you've brought me before? I miss it. I'm not stubborn. I'm just unclear about what you're asking me to do. And I feel like I'm getting mixed messages. So maybe she's getting frustrated with him. Please teach me what you want me to do rather than get upset and making matters worse. He might be allergic to something. I just got the Blissings card. I'd like a different kind of food, so maybe he's allergic to his food. Anyway, could you please find me a friend? So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it there. Oh my gosh. Whew. So number, okay, 3732. Okay, 3732. Amy, I love you. My questions are, number one, does anyone that it was in my life and has passed over have a message for me? How funny. This is like the day of talking to spirits, I guess. All right. Tandaike, Shinji. There's someone who feels like he was a father figure to you. I don't know if it would be an uncle or if it actually is your father, but it's a male. And he's acting like he knows that you know that it's him, and he's getting emotional and he's going, watch this reaction. Like he's just kind of like, here, look at her. Oh, I knew this would hit her. So he feels like it, like, yeah, he feels like the connection you guys have is obvious and you'll know immediately who it is. And he's feeling emotional about it because he feels like you're emotional about it. It's just such a weird thing to do when you're when it's a pre-recorded thing. So he says that I didn't mean to bail on you. I didn't mean to bail on you. That's the last thing I wanted to do. It's like he was crushed with responsibility. It almost seems like he committed suicide, possibly. Or maybe just that could be his soul was like, we're tired. We got to check out. We got to get out of here. I never gave up on you, though. He said, I never gave up on you. I never would give up on you. He's giving you a message, something about not kicking the cat, like not taking things out on somebody else just because you're in a bad mood or something like that, or like passing the buck to somebody else. He says sometimes you just need to like get centered and just take a deep breath and maybe just do the I love you, even when you're really upset that all this stuff's going down right now. Yeah, don't get frustrated. Do something to transmute your energy when you're frustrated, when you're upset, instead of getting aggravated, even if you're like punching something, like smacking the wall, or like, I don't know what you're doing, but be constructive in the way that you're dealing with stress, he's saying. He just went like this, like, I got you, like he's supporting you. He's being supportive of you. Like he's going to be here for you. Anything you'd want to tell her? I'm looking at the spirit deck here. Ooh, hello. You'll be supported no matter the decision that you make. Just take one step at a time and know that you're being led. The situation is just coming back around so that you can choose differently and pass the test. You've evolved past this. You just need to own it. Okay. Oops, that one's going the wrong way. This involves illusory beliefs of guilt and shame. You can make a bigger impact now and best honor your past by letting negative emotions go and embracing a more positive outlook. A move or a trip would do you a world of good. Okay. Anything else you want to tell her? He said, nope. Same cards we already got. Which perspective or option feels good or gives you relief? Choose that one. It is what you think and say it is. So be aware of what you're affirming before you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Use an affirmation to replace that energy with. Okay. Second question. Why does my dog Sarge continue to have digestive issues every 3 days, where he gets diarrhea, is nauseous, and won't eat for a day. What the heck? Then magically heals back to normal. He's a 15-year-old Chihuahua and has chronic heart and kidney disease. He is on a prescription diet from the vet for his kidneys. I just got the word natural. What's natural? Are you saying that he should eat like a more natural food? Yes. Well, how's she supposed to do with that special diet though for the kidneys or whatnot? Raw food. Raw food would be good. Yeah, the way that they're like they said the way nature intended, like eating raw, beef, raw red meat. Raw red meat for dogs is best. And it has like enzymes to clean between their teeth and everything too. So yeah, you're being encouraged to do that. No, what about the diarrhea? They said diet. It's that diet. It's that diet. I think, oh, okay. They're also saying that if the Chihuahua goes back to eating or goes to eating like a natural raw diet, its poops will shrink down to like little bumps, like hardly these black little, they're more compact, where something would normally be about that size, it shrinks down and gets hard, and then it totally disintegrates into ash. So it's really easy to take care of too. Much, much better than mushy gushy stuff. Hama na te kai shen tai hala poma on all right, so just for the heck of it, let's pull some pet cards. Oh, I feel like pulling an Annie card too. I just happen to have them right here. I hear the way you talk about me sometimes, and it hurts my feelings. Can you please be mindful of what you say around me and start affirming good things in what you say about me? You're creating more of what you're repeating. Okay, they do hear us, you guys. They hear what we're saying about us. So be really careful what you ever say around your animals. I don't trust you like I'd like to. Okay. I'd like to sleep with you or cuddle with you if I felt more comfortable. I'm sure it'll happen in time. I just wanted you to know I feel the same way you do. I'm just a little shy. I'd like to spend some special one-on-one time with you, just the two of us. Can we make that happen? So maybe that's why he doesn't trust you, or, I don't know who he'd be talking to. Your dog. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he needs more one-on-one time to trust you better. Do you remember when I was your pet before? All this past life stuff. I'm bored and I need more fun in my life. Your intuition is right on about me. You're tuning into me telepathically, and I love how tuned in we are to each other. My environment feels a little bit overwhelming at the moment. I need time alone, undisturbed, please. Perhaps underneath something up high in a crate of my own, or even in my own room. I think I'd be healthier and happier if I lost weight. Could you please help me work on that? I understand I need to do this. I think a pet who's living with us or who lives with someone close to us needs a new home, don't you think? That's funny. Okay, so an Annie card. I don't know who this is for. Someone in the audience, probably, and or maybe you too. Okay, so I guess it's this. That one's blank. We need to make sure we get a card that actually has writing on it. Another blank one. Another blank one. Apparently I got them all mixed up. Okay, here we go. Maybe changes don't have to be scary. Maybe you can make challenges intriguing, be curious, and have fun. Try to see every task as play. Pretty soon you'll see it's all just cat's play. Okay, so whatever these changes are, have fun with it. And maybe don't make it so stressful. All right. All right, so next one would be 3736. Hi, Amy. Are there any messages from my divine masculine? After going for a walk twice in January, he's disappeared again. What's up with that? These guys. Man. Okay, so for some reason, I feel like pulling a couple of world truth cards. That should be interesting. He's a clone. Oh, there is an elephant in the room that isn't being addressed to avoid discomfort. Be willing to look deeper or get honest with yourself and or others involved to resolve this. So he knows something's blaringly obvious and he's ignoring it. There's no need to worry about whatever you've just seen or heard. It's just a scare tactic. You're going to be just fine. Don't let it scare you into reacting. So it could be that he was kind of a scare tactic. Maybe he just wanted to gauge how you felt about him or something. Or this could be how he's dealing with the world right now, trying to like reassure himself, the kind of thing. Someone is lying and playing both sides, trying to people please and doing so for their own benefit with no regard to you. Thanks. Do not trust this person or situation. They lie too well. So I think what that's saying, and it's, you want to feel into the cards when you're using the oracle cards. You want to feel into which aspect of it is true. And I think what it is the people pleasing and that he's playing both sides. He was trying to keep you appeased, but at the same time do what his parents want or whatever. So it just feels like typical people pleasing to me. All right, so let's look at some masculine cards. You are seriously, literally the answer to my prayers, my dream girl. Say you'll say yes if I do. I'm so nervous because I'm seriously planning to propose or elope, so get ready. I don't think you're believing that for a minute. But that'll be a nice surprise. I know you think your body isn't perfect. Didn't you get this before? But it's happened to me, and I often think about and look forward to exploring it and how to pleasure you beyond what you've known. I want you so bad. They really hide their feelings well during this phase. I'm having commitment issues right now because I doubt my ability to make good choices, and I'm afraid to go through yet another breakup. I have to learn to trust myself more. Yeah, but he's about to make an offer, and that could be a proposal. I'm just saying. He's thinking about it. Oh, Lord. Still trying to get over his ex and related wounds. And I just got related wounds, especially. Please give me space while I heal this and lick my wounds. I've been through the ringer. So I think he's just got to recover. He's just got to recover from some of his past. He knows he would break his heart if you ended up leaving him. He wouldn't be able to take it. Okay, so we're going to look at some body cards. I know you like the different cards. Can you please do that thing that you've been meaning to? Are you meaning to call him? I think I'm getting too much exercise. It's stressing me out, and I realize we might be running away from something. So he knows that he just ran away from you. Oh, I've got too much yeast and it's causing me to struggle. If you can please offer some help with this. That's interesting. Too much yeast. Maybe he doesn't realize that this is part of what makes him feel the way that he does. Maybe it's giving him anxiety and stuff. You might want to do some research on yeast. I'd really like to stretch more. It makes me feel good. I could really use it. So maybe he wants to take more walks with you and just really feels like he would like to spend more time with you like that, stretching and walking and moving. He enjoyed doing that with you. I think you need to drop your guard. It's time to leave this in the past. So did you bring up some stuff that was uncomfortable for him or something? Okay, so we're gonna look at some pet cards. I don't like that person, place, or thing you're wondering about all the time. I want you to be happy. Okay. Now that could be your pet. That could be your pet saying that to you right now. I don't need to go to the vet. I'm just fine. You're worried for nothing. I'm okay. If anything, maybe get me some energy healing. So just in case this is your masculine, I'll give him some energy. Hapana dakensa seshi in haike. He's needing it for bravery. I love you so much. Oh. I'd like a good challenge, some mental stimulation, but something safe, of course. So you're a good challenge for him, and he knows he needs to step outside of his comfort zone. All right, now we're going to look at the spirit cards. You're You're not getting that apology or thing you think they owe you. So stop giving your power away. You give yourself what you need or the words you need to heal, not them. Don't be afraid to rely on others to aid you at a time that you need. Accept a gift or take a compliment. People feel good when they give. Let them do it. In doing so, you encourage all humanity to care. So maybe he's learning that right now. He doesn't know how to receive. I feel like you're okay with receiving. We're all just a work in progress. Cut yourself some slack. Self-love is the nucleus of all that is good. So I think both of you are learning that. Oh, we wish you could see you like we wish you could see you like we see you. You're breathtaking from here. So he really does find you breathtaking, and he hopes that you will see him in the same light. This involves illusory beliefs of guilt or shame. So you can make a bigger impact now and best honor your past by letting negative emotions go and embracing a more positive outlook. So keep it positive when you guys talk again, or if you do reach out to him, keep it light and positive and don't bring up the past stuff. It's like his pride maybe won't let him apologize right now. Maybe he will eventually when he opens his heart more. But for now, yeah, if you feel like reaching out to him, I could really use some consistent messages of love while I'm going through some tough stuff. Please hold my hand from a distance while I get over this hump. I'll explain later. I've been living a double life and need to make major changes to live a more authentic life. By the next time we talk, I plan to be in a much better situation you can be proud of. So just let him continue to work on his life and improve. And maybe write a letter to yourself on his behalf, pretending, that you got a letter from him, and maybe that'll make you feel better. Or maybe you can do a thank you God for my misery exercise or something to help you to accept it. Okay. 3735. Hi. Will Blank be retired at Duke or should he find another job? For some reason, I feel like I answered that one already. All right. Is he going to be rehired? Is he going to be rehired? Is he going to be rehired? It's weird because it's like if he goes forward, yes, but he might end up going for another opportunity. But it feels like, yeah, something else presents itself. I think that's going to be better, that he feels like would be better for him. It's going to take him on a journey. Yep, a brand new trade, it may even be in something he's never done before, or that he wasn't doing at that job, like a whole new can of worms. It may even, I don't know, could cause a relocation and realization. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present, stand in the light of truth. Maybe he's going to have an epiphany, and it's going to make him want to go on an adventure. And you're going to have some time to rejuvenate yourself while he's away. Yeah, I keep seeing the word journey. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So the way to attract this opportunity for him is to use affirmations. Thank you, God, so much for bringing me all these incredible, lucrative opportunities. Thank you, God, so much for bringing the perfect opportunities in so many different areas of my life, even. Thank you for bringing the perfect thing at the perfect time and in the perfect way, that will really make my day and help me to feel like I'm aligned with my purpose, and that's going to really take me up a notch, help me level up in life in terms of my career. Or he could just be like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just many, many times a day. How would he feel if he was offered the best job could ever possibly imagine, and have him feel that, oh my gosh, thank you, God, so much. I never could have ever imagined it could be this incredible. Have him say that to himself, and he's going to bring in this opportunity. Let's see here. What is this one? A windfall of abundance might happen. So maybe it's going to be a passion project. I don't know if you guys are humanitarians, but yeah, he's having to move past unlimiting ideas, and he's having to detox his relationships. And I think it's a good idea, because it's going to bring him into a better place, maybe literally. Okay. Okay, 3747. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for all you do. You're welcome. I was wondering if you could do a true love check-in for me in my DM. We are currently on a break. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's take a look for you. How are you? Haven't heard from you for a little bit. Okay. I watched one of his videos the other day. It's pretty interesting. He's going through, it looks like he's going through a lot of changes, don't you think? I'm noticing. He's getting rid of something karmic here. Well, he knows you guys have unfinished business he's really worried about. He doesn't want to miss this opportunity. He said he has to quit pussyfooting around. He knows he has to give back to you if he's going to hold on to you. If he's going to have his dreams come true with you, he's got to, like, open up his arms, like, quit that defensive posture. Yeah, he's totally afraid to miss out on you if he doesn't do something. He's got to open up his heart chakra. He's trying, he's burdened. But yeah, he agrees with me. He's got to do some major healing. So let me work on his heart. He's trying to get rid of toxic things in his life too. I mean, I feel like obviously his career right now is kind of, he's doing that in that way too, but he's really trying to come from a place of integrity. He has an apology to make to you for things to come together. He knows that. And he's also trying to break away from what anybody else thinks and do what he wants to do, which is being with you and being fulfilled. He doesn't feel worthy. He just, in the future, it's like he feels like a little boy coming to you with a little, I don't know, like a Girl Scout cookies. You're like this adult mom in the neighborhood. And he's showing up with, like, Girl Scout cookies or Boy Scout cookies or whatever. And he's just like, you want some cookies? And you're like opening the door. So what to do, right? Well, just keep being in your power. Divine intervention is going to kick in and move his little butt along. All right, so let me open his heart chakra. Shenche la popo ma'ana taike. Hey, nasanse. He had a little cage and a little lock and everything on his heart. He's like, no, don't you touch that. He's like, but what happens if my heart like jumps out? He's like afraid that it's going to go flying away or something. Tata mama anatake, son say shaking. Emma on. I said, your heart is yours. It's not going anywhere. You're gonna be okay. Just you take care of your heart. You take care of your heart. She'll take care of her heart. You know, everybody just has to like take care of themselves emotionally and everything will be all right. He says, that's the thing. He said he hyperventilates. He doesn't want to be a bother to you. Like he doesn't want to he could get really bad anxiety. He might have PTSD or something like that. Because he doesn't want to stress you out or make you feel like you have to like take care of him or something. Oh, he's also afraid you're seeing someone else. He doesn't want to reach out and get rejected. Well, he's going to have to find out one way or another. See, I'm dealing with a mental health issue right now. Once I've stabilized or healed enough to begin something new with you, I will reach out to you. So just let him get a hold on that. Please give me the space that I need. I have to figure this out on my own so I can feel proud of myself. I miss you so much. My heart aches. I cry too. I just can't reach out just yet until my situation has cleared up a bit. Know that I think of you all the time and I want you in my life as soon as possible. I've been thinking of working with you on a passion project. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Please come up with some dates, I was going to say dates. I mean, I slipped up and said dates. So something to that. But please come up with some ideas so that when we talk next, we can bounce those off of each other. I'm so sorry. I really am. I hope you can forgive me. I feel so bad. And also when it comes to special occasions, he's like a deer in headlights. So if something just happened that was kind of a special occasion that he missed out on, he just froze. And he says, you've done nothing wrong. I'm just figuring things out. I love you. I want you. I'm coming for you. And then the next card is, I've had enough of this. I want you in my life right now. Please just let me do this on my own terms and trust me. I'm coming sooner than you might think. I just can't take this pain anymore. So he's missing you just as much as you're missing him for sure. Don't let him fool you just because you guys aren't talking or whatever. Okay, so let me just make sure I covered everybody on this sheet. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so two more. 3748. How you guys doing over there in the chat? If anybody has any of my oracle cards right now, like around you, while we're chatting live in the premiere, go ahead and pull those out and we'll play. We'll compare. Interesting. 3748. You have a bright future and a nice apology coming, maybe even a romantic offer. But definitely some healing. Something healing happening. All right. Thanks, Amy, for all that you do. I have an ever increasing problem with swollen ankles. I have blood work pending, but would love to hear any suggestions. I'm hoping this new doc can help me, but none have helped me in the past. First thing I want to say is please go to a naturopath. Traditional doctors, they really don't know that much. And they do a lot more harm than good because pharmaceuticals are just horrible for you. So summer is almost here and my legs are too ugly for shorts. Oh, I started exercising more consistently, so pray that I stick with it. I get bummed with no improvement, so usually I'm inconsistent. I'm also drinking more herbal teas in hopes that will help. P.S. Stay as easygoing and positive as you are. I love your giggles over things. Thank you. Oh, I don't think I could help that if I tried. Okay, so swollen ankles. I'm going to look at the body cards. Oh, I just got, really, is it, hang on a minute. Okay, pine. Get an essential pine, pure, like 100% pure essential pine oil of some sort, and rub that around on your ankles. How many times a day? Two, three times a day. 3 times a day. Be putting pine on your ankles. It's gonna clear the energy away, stale stagnant energy. Also antiagingbed.com, and you can get a discount using my affiliate thing, my affiliate link, which is underneath this video. You can click there, or it's antiagingbed.com/discount/Amy Satori. But go there and find that, get one of their, like, all you need is like the stage 1 of the coils, of the Tesla coils. And you can just you can put it under your feet, or you can put it right on your ankle on either side, throughout the day. And I feel like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do the trick. It just feels like still stagnant energy. Honestly, if you were to do Qigong 3 to 5 times a day for 2 months, it would go away. So you could do that too if you want to. I just wonder, with the way that you're feeling, if you'd be consistent about it. You know what I mean? I feel like you'd be more consistent with the Tesla paddles because it's relaxing. It's easy to do. You just sit on the couch and put your feet up on it. You know what I mean? It doesn't take any effort, and you'll feel the tingling. So it feels like it's working. You know what I mean? And when you feel like something's working, you're more apt to do it, and you'll see the swelling come down like pretty quick when you start using those. So, but they just said med bed too for long term, but let me work on whatever the issue is for a moment too, energetically. Weirdly enough, I see all this energy on the top of you, and it needs to like come down and get balanced on the bottom of you. It's like you're big here, and then you're little, and then boom, big ankles. So it's a really weird shape. So I just want to like blend the energy, I guess. Not knowing, I'm not putting any, I hate putting labels on things sometimes, because then people fixate now, oh my gosh, it's pre-diabetes or something, and then they obsess over it, and then it really becomes a thing. So don't even worry about what it is necessarily. Go to a naturopath, if and they would do much, much better for you than a doctor ever would. Hama nate sasela. Hipimpe na haiken. He enapon. Chenche laki san. Sanse he la pempe ikeen. And I do feel like a BioShield could help a little bit, but you'd have to like wrap the BioShield. Yeah, it's like a cloth. I've shown you guys in a video before. I'll show it to you here too. I mean, but you could like, there's a part that's white and then a part that has silver threads. So just take the part with the silver threads and like put that around your ankle like this. You want to put the silver right directly on your skin. But you want to wrap your ankles up. So whatever you can afford, I don't know, whatever you can afford, but the BioShields I think are cheaper maybe than the Tesla coils. So you can see that for yourself. And then if you want to do the Qigong, it's only like $34.95 to get the whole set. And it's in my resources at the bottom. It's called More Energy, More Life. And I don't get a kickback for that at all. I just love it because I use it all the time myself. So I need to get some toxins out. Your body wants to get some toxins out. So there are lots of good ways to do that. Diatomaceous earth and bentonite clay, I feel like would be a good detox. Cilantro. So we might have metals, because those are good at getting out metals. Nanobots hate pine, by the way, also. So maybe that's one reason they want you to put pine on your ankles. But I mean, every time I've broken my toe or something, when I put pine on it, it like heals up so fast. It's incredible. So, all right. So let's see what else. I think I need more exercise. Well, you're already working on that. It's hard to get exercise too when you're in pain like that, when your ankles are swollen. It's like, like, how am I supposed to exercise? I'm in pain. Could you please stop putting that toxic stuff in me? You got to think about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body. I think you need to drop your guard. It's time to leave this in the past. So, okay, so sometimes we create ailments to protect ourselves. So maybe you're afraid to be in love. You know, we look like you were going to get an offer and some healing is coming. So take a look at what you feel guarded about, what you're protecting yourself from, and start doing some healing work around it, like Byron Katie, or you could do like, thank you God for my misery or something like that, but be doing your healing work on those issues. I'd like you to get out of your head and become more present so I can focus on creating miracles within. Wow. So also don't make a big deal about whatever this is and don't need a label on it or anything. Just take loving care of your body in all ways, and stay present. If you were totally present, if you were like enlightening, if you were really becoming, who you truly are, the enlightened being within you, then the ailments are going to just drop away. Well, I said that like it's going to happen too, so it just might. I'm battling parasites and they seem to be taking over. Can you please offer some aid in removing them? So, okay, so yeah. If you get the Tesla coils, there's a stage 3 that has a parasite remover. I don't know if you could afford that, but if you can, then I would maybe get all the maybe just stage 1 and stage 3. So just get the white paddle and then the red paddle if you can. They have like these electrode, like copper little bars that you hold on to that have wires. It's really crazy. And then, you put one underneath your foot and then one, you want to have them as separate as possible. And it puts like an electric charge through you, and you do it for like 8 minutes, and then you take a break for 20 minutes and then 8 minutes again. And then you go back and forth for like 3 sessions every night for like a month, and it kills the parasites. Otherwise, the other thing that I would recommend is actually a special type of turpentine called gum spirits. You guys could email me if you want to, if anybody watching wants to know about the turpentine protocol, then send me an email that says health protocol in all caps, and I'll send it right to you. And it'll give you all the different ways that I boost my immune system and fight anything in my body in there. It's just basically what I've gathered from talking to all you guys for all this time. So, yeah, because that turpentine, man, that'll wipe them out. That wipes them out pretty good. But you got to keep going, and you got to keep doing it, and you got to not feed them again. So you have to kind of stay away from sugar for a bit. What else? Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to get rid of parasites, but those are some suggestions. Are you going through this as a way of punishing yourself for something? Interesting. So maybe take a look at, why. Let me see. Look what you did. Look what you did. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of beating yourself up. For some reason, okay, I'm feeling like pulling a Sacred Rebels deck. This is interesting. If they're having me pull out the big guns like this, then this has got to be a message for all of you watching right now. So let's find out what you guys need to know, or maybe anybody who's facing physical ailments right now. Is that it? Yes. Visions of life beyond death. That's interesting. Number 44. So 44, I feel rings true for some of you, like that have been seeing a lot of like 444, 333, stuff like that right now. Okay. 44. And then the card right before it was come to life. So that's interesting, right? Visions of death, life beyond death. Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly to see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you've been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project where you need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you've fallen into, then this article brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with the way out of the stagnancy. And not funny, I said there was stagnancy in your ankles. You will be able to see differently. And ankles are about like movement and stability going forward too. So there must be something that you're not doing that you've been meant to do. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you've been feeding yourself or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear right now. This may surprise you, but the vision that's coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. So you might be in denial in some ways too. It will be worth the shock, surprise, or moment of embarrassment when you realize you have been operating under a false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass, and they are not something to feel bad about. They signify that you are leaving behind a smaller vision for a more expansive one. They're a sign that you've outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but sure enough, this too shall pass. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. You are to watch over your life, and you are watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you are concerned that someone is getting away with or blocking your path, and it seems there is nothing you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but every living cell of itself. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. You will not be left behind, I just got. This oracle is also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process below. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see this situation of concern now. And shifting how you look at things, the energy in which you beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently to when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to that success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly, easily, and enjoyably. This oracle comes with the additional message that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourishing in your heart with loving acceptance, because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world. The healing process. Okay, we're going to skip that healing process part. So, you're being asked to change your perspective, and they're going to show you how. So I would just be affirming, thank you, God, for showing me the truth in all things. Thank you for helping me to see this. Thank you for, that's all. Okay, what else? Anything else she needs to know? Huh. Going through it as a means of punishing yourself. So I think you need to do some thank you God for my misery exercises. I think that's really gonna rock your world. And you can report back to me and let me know how that went. Because I love hearing your guys' stories about that. Okay. And that can be found here on YouTube. Okay, one more 3751. Hi Amy, there's an Irish pub that I was a regular at for years, but as time went on, the energy changed and what was once a cheers-like atmosphere started to get very dark and heavy. Some of us came to be referred to as the green vortex because it would suck you in more often than not. There was even one time late on a weekend night when I remember looking around the bar and I felt as though I could see people's spirits rising up and leaving their bodies as the dark entities came in and took over. Wow, it took me years to shake this place. And I thank God almost every day that I finally did, because ever since CB19, it had gotten really bad. However, just last month, a very nice couple who've been going there for years as well purchased the bar and the sale became official. They're hoping to restore it back to a similar vibe and feel as it had in the past, but obviously the dark entities need to be removed first. I was hoping you might be able to clear those and bless the business and its future successes. Thank you for your time and all that you do. Wow, I got chills everywhere. That's craziness. Yeah, the things were feeding off you guys, like lower astral entities, big time. Okay, so I need to get permission. Do I have permission from the new owner of the bar? Yes. Do I have permission for the highest will from God and everybody involved? Is everybody cool with this? Is it going to be for the better good of everybody? It's all good? Everybody good? Okay. Hapama and natin sa sushi na po umahan. It comes from underneath. So that's interesting that you saw the rising, because I think the dark comes underneath, but it's like picking the people up through the top and bringing them down or something. Ha la ke an shin tai ki la. He pem po po mo mohon. Hi ke. Sun say la e thank you. Chin che la ke pum hama ana ai. Ha asan say shin thank you. Ha pema hana ai ke. Ha la ana shin shin ta he ke la an. He e piki ta taisa. Sa sa he na ai ke. Ha pena shi. Ana tai he la ana. Anta te kin hands. Shumbi mahuma ana. Part of it came from jealousy of like spouses of the people that were going to the bar all the time, those that weren't included in on it. I feel like that was part of what started to create that negativity. It's like, oh, you're going to the bar again, or oh, you're really great friends with Patty, or you're really great friends with so and so. Like it feels like a jealous kind of energy. So the leprechauns have like cleared that, and the fairies have cleared, and the unicorns have helped. They've all helped to like clear that space and to use that ground for a groundedness now. And they're putting like they have fresh soil, fresh dirt that's going to help everybody kind of take the negativity off of them and soak it into the earth the way the earth has been, the way that it helps us like that. It looks like normal operating earth now. And they took the entities away. Okay. Whew. Well, it looks, they just said ready. They're ready. So that's awesome. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and hopefully the owner goes in and feels like a nice breath of fresh air, and things can get restored. Hopefully people are explaining to their spouses too, so that doesn't happen again, like that they love them and, like somehow soothes them or make sure that, or maybe they get rid of their spouse, depending on the situation. But yeah, it should feel better now. It should feel better. Come on, that 10 canes. Okay, so we'll do the general blissing now. You guys just want to like take a deep breath, drop your shoulders. Think about something you want to intend for humanity, for yourself, for your own life, for the benefit of everybody, as long as it's for everybody's highest good and respects everyone's free will, then it will be amplified. Halap mana eke na shishi hit na poma taila kirina taiki be ena ai chichin sinki la pupu poma hatna hae la esanse hela shikin poma ho poma ake hala hansa sen shinchi hit la pom aha la kampo poma maans sashe hela na ai. All right, guys, have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Please keep in mind that I record these on Sunday morning. So please do not submit your questions on Monday and expect them to get in on Thursday. Yeah, so Sunday before noon, before noonish, depending on where you are in the world, just keep in mind the American Sunday, Sunday in America. I don't know, you'll have to look at your time zones. But I state on if you want to ask a question for one of these, just go to amysatori.com/ask Amy, or if you just go to the website and click on Ask Amy, it actually tells you the date. If you order today, it will be put out this date. So it tells you everything. It tells you whether or not you've made the cutoff or whatever. So please read so that you know what you're getting into, because I don't want you to order a question and then I didn't make it in this week. It's going in the next week. What? And I'll just be like, well, it was there and it said it. So I don't know what to tell you. It tells you the exact date that your reading is going to come out. So just please check and make sure that you read on that page. Thank you so much, you guys. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.